Here we go. Let's go, Zoom. Let's go, Zoom.
It's already going to get weird, Joe.
My phone's been messed up all day with text not coming in and sending, press here to send it again. Crazy stuff. All right, I think we're live. All right, finally. All right, we are live. Yeah, I was just having JC was sending me a couple pictures earlier. I don't even know what it was because it was like, click here to download the image on my regular text message on the phone. I'm like, okay, waiting. And I was trying to get online with just my phone's connection, not my Wi-Fi connection, and it was like, nope, you're not on the internet. So I looked online, of course. Yep, these phone providers, Tampa, this place. I go, oh, here we go. So apparently it's been going on all day. So just weird stuff. So I don't know what the hell JC sent me. I was like, hey, try sending it in Telegram. I don't even know if you got my message, but anyways.
There's so much weirdness going on with connection feeds and everything else. It's like, oh man, there's some weird stuff happening here, you know. But so Joe,
Yeah.
did you like the text I sent you? What, you know, when were you and I talking with JC? What was that? Thursday?
Yeah.
Friday? Thursday. And then the next day I said to you, I said, Joe, Spirit's gonna want me and you to talk together this weekend.
Yep.
Okay. I said something's happening. I don't know what it is.
So we agreed. Not only are we gonna do JC's on Thursday, we'll do one Saturday or Sunday too, because like almost back to back. He's saying, yeah, Spirit wants us to do one. So of course that there was no crash yet when we made this decision. It was like, no, we'll do one this weekend. If that's what you're getting, no problem. If it's not that important, we just did one with JC. We don't need to do another one 2 days later, or 3 days later, whatever it is. Like, no point. But we were like, well, they want us to have this chat, so let's have a chat. And then of course the market has a huge drop. I get 3 of my 5 orders filled, finally, waiting a very long time for that. And I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool. So we may have a little more downside. I know the market, if you're looking at a technical chart that doesn't look pretty right now, for any of them. But again,
technical.
Nobody gets them right all the time. And those technical guys, they get their asses handed to them too, out of nowhere. Nobody saw this crash coming. And likely if it rebounds and goes crazy, everyone's gonna be like, well, how the hell did that happen? And it just will. Because again, like we said, when the people who control it make a decision, they make a decision. And they like money more than all of us. So if they can crash it real quick, then let it run up, do it again, wait a little bit of time, do the same thing. Why not do it? If you're them and you've got that kind of power, it's what they're going to do. So, I can't hodl while this is happening because I know they're going to go up and down. So I got to try to put these crazy low orders in and then basically laugh when they feel like that was so low. I'm going, really? That actually filled? Oh, son of a bitch. Yeah, it did.
So what are you going to do when you double your money by like Wednesday?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any plans right now.
No, I wanted to bring it up on JC's, but you know how we go all over the place. I go, I got it, Joe. I got a toy that you don't have yet, and you can name it. Okay? You need to get a 40-foot yacht, the SS Minnow, and we're going to do a tour to the Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, yeah, we'll go to that area where they said there's pyramids underwater. Yeah, let's go check that out. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, they say you got to name your boat. Maybe you should call it Sheba 2.
That's it.
But, the funny part about it, Friday night, right? I couldn't sleep. I mean, I'm going, all right, something big is happening. And it was like 1 a.m. or whatever. I'm going, I says, no, this ain't, go check. And I go, no, but the market was crashing. So I go out and I look, in the morning, I go, I start laughing instantly. Spirit comes to me about what you said. Okay, two vultures sitting on two telephone poles, right? And they're going, "See, I told you if you waited long enough, there was a buffet coming." You know. And then I said that to you. I go, "Joe, I can't handle it. They told me it was Black Friday and I could go shopping." And I said, "They said it's even better. You're not working today, so you could take your time."
Yeah.
So, yeah, I went shopping. I did. I had to break into my bank account. Yeah. But see how Spirit sets us up. A day before that, it was Thursday, I got a notification from Coinbase. Your credit card is running out. I guess the date on it or something. Oh, okay. So I got that all lined up, and Julianne says to me, "See, it's all lining up," right? And it was to make sure everything, all my ducks are in a row to buy. And so that's what I did. I grabbed, and when I called you and told you, right, I think a couple of your orders had already set in. And I went, "That's Joe is the patient vulture." You're so good at what you do. I keep saying, "Really, guys, $20 a month? I think you could have made money on a couple of these that would have paid for you for a lifetime and still bought you a helicopter."
You can keep chatting. I'll just my little mini spy on Ian thing.
Oh, spy on Ian. Oh my God.
Make sure he's okay. He's sorry, he was really sleeping. I'm like, he was like real tired early. He's like doing his little whiny thing. And I go, he's tired. I go, all right, nothing he wants is working. I'm like, okay, he's just tired early. So I bring him up there and he fell asleep. He wants to read his books first. Gotta have his little book story time. All right. Evelyn's like, I got all the favorite stories pages flipped over, the corners, bent. You can go read them one by one. I said, all right, because she's not here. So I said, all right. So I go in there, of course, and then that book's done. And, well, let me grab another book. No, Ian, that's it. We've read all these stories in this one book. We're good. No. He wants another one. He doesn't want to go to bed. So I put him in bed and makes his little crying, his little fussing for a little bit. And then I look on the thing. Looks like he's sleeping. So just a little while ago, right before we got on, I do I hear him? Get off the phone. Yeah, he is, but he's not like crying. It's the whiny cry. And I thought, maybe he's 30. I just felt like maybe he needs some milk. We usually give it to him in the morning now. So I was like, you know what? I've got one up here already ready. So I went in there. He wanted it. And then he went out like a light. So let me double check because I will not hear it in this closet where I'm at. So I just want to check real quick. But anyways, that was what I was doing.
Joe, you're back in the closet, are you?
I am.
Look up here. Looks so wide open where you are.
Yeah, it's literally like it's small. I mean, it's a closet. I mean, it's not just a straight in closet, but door, and then it's kind of more like a square-ish shape, kind of thing. But it's still tight. It ain't the old crypto cave, man cave.
It's all right. It's all right. Sometimes it takes years to get out of the closet.
Yeah,
we're just going to work it in slowly. And when it comes to bedtime stories, so you got to add to it. Now, see what I would have done, Ian. Did I ever tell you the story about the little fox? He'd go, no.
Oh, no, and then say, no.
Well, Ian, there was a little fox called Sheba, and it jumped up, and it kept going up a hill. And then every time he came down, I gave him another bucket of water. Do you know what that story is about, Joe?
No.
And Sheba jumps up, right?
What's Sheba?
It fills your bucket.
What bucket? Yeah, you said you're gonna have a bunch of buckets to fill.
Yeah, well,
different streams would fill them. Different streams meaning different coins. I'm like, yeah, I remember that. But it was just a little quiet, for a while. These last several months of like, oh, the Spirit's not talking to you, they're not talking to me about cryptos, really like giving us any kind of trading activity for us to do. And then all of a sudden you got it, boom, oh shit, got a dream this time actually. And I'm like, yeah, they probably did that to really get my attention. Like, you better listen, you're the dream guy, and he got a dream, which he doesn't get dreams. We just tell him straight up. I was like, I'm all ears. I'm dumping some into this right now. As soon as we hang up, I'm buying.
Yeah, that story brought me back to, oh God, I wish you still had those videos. When I first started talking with you, and then Spirit really wanted to make a point to you.
Yeah.
And and gave you stuff and you didn't act upon it, 30,000 here. Oh man. Well, now says something. All you do is go, how high do you want me to jump?
Yeah, pretty much.
But again, and the greed thing, like I say, you got out. Look at what you did. So it was a phenomenal thing. And type things like this you take advantage of, and it's a win-win situation. But remember what I said about that Shiba coin. All right. I didn't say 100x, but God bless it. I hope it does. All he did was show me that in and out the cash register. Don't be greedy. If you've doubled your money or made 3 times on your money, if you're dealing with a lot of money, you probably should capture that and just put it off to the side and then keep playing the game. All right. But I did go shopping this weekend. So I didn't buy any XLM size shirts, but I did buy some more XLM. I couldn't resist. And a few others. I went, yeah, poor Julianne. Oh, I felt so bad. She was having a good time. She was stuck in a psychic fair. So, yeah, I mean, these people have been dying to see her, the people that follow her. And she said, you got to tell me everything you do. So I text her, I bought this. Okay, that's it. I'm not doing anymore. Oh, I couldn't handle it. I bought this. She said, stop. I couldn't. Oh my God. So I go, okay, I had a great time. But I'll tell you, 2 years ago, when things like this would happen, like for the new people in it, you freak out, you jump out. Oh my God, this is it, right? And then all I could think of is the vulture, you sitting up there going, what are you guys all running for?
Yeah, where you going for?
This is what I've been waiting for. Okay, calm down, And this whole episode was Spirit telling me about this and buying. This is where I got to look at it is, people panic. They go, it's going to zero. This is what I have to say to you. If it goes to zero, do you think we have a bigger problem that's probably happening that we don't really give a rat's ass about cryptos? Yeah. It's more about ducking, bobbing, and weaving. It's like you can't get caught up in it. But I told you, I don't know, in the middle of that crash or at the bottom of that crash, I said, Joe, I believe tomorrow that a lot of this stuff will be up around 50% from its bottom. And you went, by tomorrow? Because I know everybody else is saying, no way. Well, you're sitting right now, Joe.
Yeah, I already looked. If you looked at, again, all those red wicks down to the bottom, and where it's sitting right now, or even a few hours ago, because it's come down a little bit in the last 2 or 3 hours, but just today, some are 50%, some are 40%, some are 38%. I mean, it's right around there. And that's a pretty big, even though the market is red when you look at it right now, if you scooped at the bottom, and I know some people who scooped at the bottom, like they caught that damn wick down and grabbed it. And, so it may be red on the screen, but they're not red. They're up a pretty big chunk. It just depends on the coin you're looking at, but it's like, 20 something to 50. I think a couple were even over 50%, but it's the way the market, it's the way it goes, man.
Well, what have you grabbed yesterday or even this morning? You're going to, you might double that profit by Wednesday. So what do? I tell people they're always looking for that 10 and 12x. And I go, if I handed you $10,000 today, and I'd be willing to give you 20 on Wednesday, that brought me back to Popeye. If you let me buy your hamburger today.
I'll gladly pay today or tomorrow for a hamburger today. Tuesday.
No, that's not a good enough deal, Woo dude. I'm holding for a 12x. Okay, knock yourself out. But so I'm not panicking at all, but I think on JC's channel with you, I said you can have all the chartists in the world. And it's fun to watch them because I'm telling you, this is the 5-year cycle. No, this is the 30-day cycle. Oh shit, this is the 24-hour cycle. I don't know what happened. Just like I said on JC's, I said, when the guy wakes up, he says, this is a great day to pull the rug out. They pull it out. And no matter what chart you have, no matter what knowledge you have, it's great to have the basic stuff. Understand, there's always somebody at the very top that does that.
Makes it happen.
Oh, absolutely. And when you can just, if you stick that in your head, then maybe more people would come out and, geez, I doubled my money or I tripled my money. Let's grab this, because at any time, some jerk is going to pull this out. So if you know you're standing on shaky ground, you'll act differently. And that's when you got to eliminate the greed. And remember, with the greed, you know, a lot of people held Shiba all this time. They saw you get out at 6. You made a phenomenal profit. And people, when you get in that habit and you hold it and hold it, then when it comes down to, oh, it'll go back. That's what everybody says. And then it goes down a little farther. Oh, hold on. I know it's got to go. It goes a little lower, a little lower, a little. It's like, dude, if you just licked your ice cream and grabbed some off the top and put it over here. Now, you can write it down because you've already got all this money stashed over here. So you're protected. And I really believe we're going to have this volatility. And I think this is why they showed me a cash register with Shiba. You know, they didn't show me a cash register with XLM. I believe that will be part of, I think it was Cliff. It was either Cliff or you. I wasn't sure. That came up with everybody will be trying to get into cryptos. Something about that. Was it you or was it Cliff?
Well, it was mainly his data that I talked about with
Cliff.
JC and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember what his exact verbiage was on that?
From the report?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know it by heart, but I know basically it was people were going to panic to get into crypto for some reason.
Right. And so I'm just going to throw this scenario out. Remember, I'm definitely not a financial guy. I don't know shit about that stuff. So whatever I get from, I don't know. Where do I get it from, Joe?
Either spirit or your gut.
Okay. And as Santa says, I got a pretty good gut. So I probably get a lot of information that comes in there time to time, especially this time of year. But, you know, I still feel that, I know a week ago, everybody was talking, everybody's running into cryptos. This is it. And I said, no, it's not. The number that I'm getting, that seems to keep matching up. Okay. And I'll say this is in my gut, that when Bitcoin hits 70K, when it breaks it, and I know you said, what would it? It was 6985 or something. I go,
yeah, no.
Doesn't count. And here's the drop again, right? I said, no, there's something about when that happens, that there's something really big also going on. Okay. And that'll jolt the market. And I really believe Bitcoin will just start going ape shit. And I believe a lot of other things will too. And so I know a lot of people are backing off on, yeah, maybe Bitcoin ain't going to do that this year. Dude, we've only got what, a couple weeks left? I'm still in. I still think some weird shit's about to happen when it comes to the crypto market. So I still say hold on to your belt, because I think we're going to have a hell of a ride here. And just please, on the way up, take some and protect yourself. Take care of things. It's a beautiful thing. Now, do you want to leave cryptos for a little?
Sure.
Or do you want to stay on them?
No, whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go.
Okay.
Ren and Snippy show, or the Santa and Snippy show.
I love it. I love it. You know, Do you remember a few months back, quite a few months back, I told you, now this wasn't a dream, it was a vision. And I saw what I had taken as a hand of God flicking the dominoes, right?
I remember
And I
that.
said, it's going to speed up and there's nothing stopping it now. And even I guarantee you tonight, tomorrow, that some more shit's gonna come out of everything. And back then I said, well, they said to kill the tree of evil, we need to expose the roots. I get it. What is the root of all evil? Right?
Money.
The root of the tree, right? The root of all
Money
evil.
is the, yeah.
Yeah. And worldwide, they can't stop it. They're panicking. And right, the other words I kept saying to you is that they're all going to be saying, I didn't see that one coming. Oh shit.
Yep.
You know, it's like, what arrow's going to hit next? And this is where I say to people, you know, as we go into these dark times and we having them, I want you to just think of this, that we've been in the dark times. You just didn't know it. All right. The object of this journey that we're all on right now is to come out of the darkness into the light. All right. And get the understanding. And these oligarchs, these people around the world from Europe, I don't care where the hell they are. You need to keep a scorecard. When somebody opens up their big mouth and says certain things, mark them on the scorecard. Just go, oh, so he's one of them. All right. Then you'll know who all these players are, because they're not going to escape. They're gonna bumble. They're gonna make mistakes, and they're gonna come out and show their hands. Because all these guys, there's going to be no place to run. None. Okay. No way. So we all just have to have patience and have faith and hope in our heart. That's what it's all about. It's not hopium, my friend. That's what makes us human.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, I mean, look at the shit that's just happened in 2 days. Who else has fallen, Joe? Come on. You're the man on the list.
Yeah, they just had a couple banker. I think Jamie Dimon was on the list of Epstein something or another. And then they said, oh, there's Royal or Barclays or someone. I just read that today. Another bank. I think it was Barclays. He's stepping down. Head of a bank. So first thought is what the F is a CEO of a bank doing out of Pedos Island? And then, oh, well, he's not the only banker. There's other bankers. So they're on the spotlight. And then now they're like, oh, by the way, Tucker Carlson, who everyone's like, oh, yeah, he's a good guy in Fox News. Well, looks like he's pretty good friends with Hunter Biden is coming out. You know, so like all these little stories, some of them we've already heard about from like our sources, but now the mainstream's having to catch on months and months and months later. It's just, and then, okay, and then here's another one. And I don't know which country. Was it Austria? Was it one of the states within Australia or whatever? She's like a prime minister, this lady, first female prime minister. Dick Algar was doing a joke video earlier about her. She lasted 12 effing hours. And she quit. I'm out of here. Could you imagine women's rights? Women, we're finally in charge of the prime minister position of this country. First woman ever. Oh, I'm leaving in 12 hours. I'm out of here. Yeah, the guys who were in charge for all these years. Yeah, oh, you need a woman? Yeah, let's leave her with the stinking pile of shit. There you go, lady. You're in charge now. And she's going, what the F? I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm out of here. So she just stepped down.
That's so funny. I told you about the Bobcat. I was driving up the hill.
Yeah.
The Bobcat goes flying above my windshield of my truck and lands he almost crossed the whole road, but he didn't. He landed. And then he's looking at me, he's going, I'm just not of the politics. And the politicians, they go, oh shit, is it safe yet? That poor woman probably got up there in the old boys club and went, you guys are screwed. You've been doing this. I'm out of here.
That's right.
You know? But the thing is I'm telling you, this Ukraine thing, I'm telling you that there is some information there, okay, It has nothing to do with, I'm going to take Ukraine because I want your land. Oh, no. There's way more involved here. And I really, honestly, and from my heart, I really believe it's all the monies that have been funneled through there to all the different oligarchs, because they're going, oh, nobody will ever find about the Ukrainians. There's not one piece of the root that's not going to be shown for what it is. Okay. Even who's that crazy bastard that never combs his hair? He just doesn't look
Boris.
Like
Boris.
Boris.
There's news on him right now.
Well, he's gonna go down. They told me. No, what did you say? There's news on him?
There's news on him right now. So they're like, and I don't know. I mean, how the hell they figured this out, but they're like, all around Boris's office, his personal restroom, and all this shit, it's got cocaine residue everywhere. It's all over the place. I'm going, is this a hit job, fake news, or is this like something too? But I look at the guy and I go, he looks like he's always, he looks like a cokehead, like he's always, doing some blow or something, like what the. That was today. I got shit today.
I got no time for this.
Yeah, he's like the guy in Back to the Future, Doc. Great Scots, they're onto me.
Doing today. I don't know.
Bunch of Democrats in America. Well, I'm not seeking re-election, not seeking re-election, not seeking re-election. I mean, like over a dozen now. Why not? Why aren't you guys seeking re-election? What's wrong? Well, maybe someone's got dirt on me and I'm going to play good because I don't want that coming out.
And I have to laugh. Nancy, you really think you're going to hide in Florida? Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah, they love you down there.
Yeah, she bought a house down here. Give me an effing break. You left your shithole Democratic state of California and moved over here. You just slapped those people right across the face. You got places, armed robberies. Everyone saw that video the other day about the black kids, teenage, whatever their age they were, going inside the jewelry store, biggest armory heist since, however long ago. And all these other stores, they're going in groups, stealing stuff. The cops are told, don't do anything, let them have it. They're shutting down stores left and right because the stores are like, well, F this, we can't survive. I mean, we can't survive on handing out stuff for free. So CVS closing down, that one closing down. There was video of one store that had, it looked like an abandoned building, wood everywhere, got everything wooded up. That wasn't actually for that. It was actually, I guess, for protection. So they can't smash and grab or do stuff. So they boarded up everything, but you could still come inside. I go, oh my God. Oh my God.
It's turning into Wild West now. Do you remember quite a few videos ago where I told you I had a vision and I was walking through a jail and they came up to a jail cell and all these people were sleeping in there, but they are of different, I felt some of the people were Asian.
Yeah.
Some of the people maybe South American. I mean, all different walks of life. It didn't matter. And then Spirit clapped their hands and said, it's time to wake up. And I understand those are sleeper cells. Now what I think is going to come out is that these smash and grabs, they're going to get bigger. And what you're going to find out, I believe, maybe we won't find out, all right, that these are cells. They're being paid to do this. And what they're trying to do is destabilize the country. Well, that's another way to destabilize everything.
Yep.
People are afraid to go out. People are afraid to shop. You can't even have business. You can't do anything.
My daughter's not going to work today. I'm not going to have her go over there. She could get hurt. Honey, you're staying. Go find another job. So then they can't have employees. The business themselves are scared. They're just going to shut down left. It's the same thing that COVID's doing. Oh, we'll shut them down in multiple different ways. Oh, if that's not working anymore, the COVID thing isn't working anymore. All right, what else? Oh, let's do this.
Yeah. So on top of it, everything that they're stealing them, they're going to make money on. So they're being financed by a bigger hand, okay, and they're doing this, but it's part of the destabilization. Like all of us are saying, out there and saying for quite a long time, is that we are at war. We're in a war. Understand you are. We're every one of us here and across the world, wherever you see me from, in your country, you're at war and you're behind enemy lines. And you have to know who your opponents are. And that's why when they do things to harm the civilians, then you know who that person is. There's no second guessing it. Okay, they're here to harm you, and don't let them get away. Don't let them get away. It's just it. I'm astounded right now. You know, when Spirit gives me stuff, and then it's like, okay, the dominoes will stop falling. Okay, that's cool. And then you're looking right now and you're going, holy shit. Yeah, I mean, they're really dropping.
Yeah. Before
everywhere.
you gave that first thing about the domino, the first one, when you said that first one's been flicked over, and they're showing me like the big game where once one goes down, you don't stop it. It just keeps going. And there's gonna be bigger dominoes that get hit along the way. So you said that. But before you even said all that, think about where Australia was heading, not looking good. But right now where it's at, we're seeing effing internment camps that these people are being put in. One lady visited someone that had COVID. She wasn't vaccinated, tested not positive. We don't care. You're going there for 14 days anyways.
Yeah.
And then she videoed it, and the guys were like, well, if you step across that line right there on that little porch, it's a $5,000 fine. We don't want to fine you. I could fine you right now, but I know it's a lot of money. So we're going to give you a verbal warning for now. So she was videotaping her little stay at the internment camp for 14 days and what she dealt with the tyrants. Don't walk past that line, that piece of tape over there. Okay, so I can stay here and I'm okay. You're happy with that. You know, fine. But if I walk right there 2 feet from where I'm standing, all of a sudden the fine's back on play. Is that correct? Yes, you can't put past out there. So this is what they're doing. That was not happening prior to you saying your thing about the dominoes. So you were just saying like, this is one domino and it's going to hit other dominoes and you're going to see some major shit's coming. So that's a pretty major thing. And I keep wanting to say this, scream from the rooftops. Hey, everybody, how come we're not invading Australia to get rid of the evil dictator like Saddam Hussein and Gaddafi and everybody in Iran, the Shah of Iran? Hey, why aren't we going to help out Australians from the dictatorship? Crickets.
Yeah. Well, that's when you go back and look at crimes against humanity. I don't know what that law was. Was it Nuremberg?
Nuremberg, yeah. That's the Nuremberg thing. That's mostly about experimental stuff on people.
Yeah. And it's like, really? We have enough information to go after any of these countries. But I'm going to tell you something funny is, that internment camp?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be really interesting if the civilians take it over and then grab the fucking politicians and throw them in their own internment camp?
That'd be fantastic.
They have a small amount of time to do this and to turn it. See, when they isolate people around the countries in different countries, that once you can start dividing these things up, they can control them. But right now, the amount of people, they can't control it. So this is the time for all the people in all the countries across the whole world to go for
resist.
It.
Yeah, resist.
No, you got to go for it. You got to go for it. Okay. And you got to turn the tides now. All right. Some countries have a lot longer, and some countries very short amount of time.
Yeah. Australia. Excuse me.
Oh, God, my gut feels like a fucking kangaroo kicked me. I don't know what it was. But,
that was just a Joey.
Yeah. It is the time. And then, there's so many things that are going to happen to the world, okay, coming from outer space, coming from geological issues. I've been talking about this for a while, what they showed me, the storms. I said, in places, you're going to see where a 2-inch rainstorm would be like asinine. And I said, you're going to see where they're going to get 2 feet of rain. It's happening. And I'm telling you, it has to do with the crossing of the planets. There's no doubt. What that represents for planets, I don't know. I really don't. They never put names on it or anything. Okay, and this could be totally different than what this Nibiru or whatever else. I can't put it together, but all I know is everything is changing. Same with the eruptions. I said, that's going to get worse. If you remember last summer, I said, Joe, you need to tell everybody they need dust masks. He said, what are you talking about? Yeah, I said, the cheap ones. And I said, and it's not for a virus. It seems that it's going to be for dust. Then I think 2 days later, you had a sandstorm that came across from some freaking place.
Effing Sahara Desert or somewhere, came across the Gulf of Mexico. Like, what the?
But I really believe, and I said it to you, that I really believe that it's representing to me, even though you may not need it again, but other people will, was the ash. Okay. And I kept seeing how atmospheric weirdness happening, where they showed me a jet being pushed down.
Yeah, I remember that.
And remember that on that? And I said, I believe that's, they're trying to show me, because I'm not a scientist, the jet stream. Okay. And that would create a lot of havoc. But this is the thing. Don't panic about that stuff, because I really believe it's God's way of, oh, so you guys want to be assholes? Well, let me send you some hail. See how you like that one. These oligarchs, shit will happen in such a way that they didn't see it coming. So it's going to be, these things are gifts. All right.
That keep on giving.
But, yeah, but they're to give us an edge to, if you didn't see it coming, then you didn't have it in your plan. Right. And I believe all this is part of the big plan, and we just have to have faith. But dealing with the finances and stuff right now, this is the time for everybody to take advantage of the cryptos, and then a little later the metals going up. So that way we can keep a balance, because everything's going to go. The financial system is going to go. It's just, like I said the other night, what part of the dam is going to break first? It's all lining up. It's like all this debris sitting here, and it's pushing on the dam. And when is it going to break and open up?
Right.
All right. And that's where we are. So the more that you can try to get out of the system and take advantage of things and put yourself in a great position, this is our chance. It really, really is. We're not looking at a perfect world right now. So anything that you can get to strengthen you against your opponent is going to help you, right? And I really believe that's who we are. This ain't the time to panic. And I know this weekend, a lot of people panicked, the whole shitload. And I thought of you on this one. All I heard about was, you're gonna like this. All I heard about is how the leverage, everybody that was leveraged, right, got their ass wiped out.
Oh yeah.
Tell that story. Oh, didn't you play that game once and you went, oh, I could do this?
Yeah, back in 2008 on silver contracts. Oh, the COMEX market, and I think that was only 10x leverage. They dropped the price, and from like 21 cents down to 17, it wiped my whole account out. I was done. I got nothing to show for it. I have no silver. I have no money. I have nothing. And I built that account up. Did you get a
bill?
Yeah, I got a bill for an additional $500. You owe us $500 because we tried to liquidate your account automatically, of course, without your permission, because it dropped so low so fast. But then it went lower than that. There were still no buy orders, by the way, when we tried to sell. So after it dropped another $500 worth of your money, anyways, it filled. So you need to give us the $500. So I'm like, okay, so I've lost everything. My $3,500 that I had that account built up to is gone, and I owe you $500. So that's $4,000 because somebody did something somewhere with some buttons on a screen that didn't really change anything anywhere. Yep. Okay. So that got me interested in figuring out how that happened. JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, the banksters, all that. Well, in the crypto world, who wants to play with 10x? Let's play with 100x. So some of these sites let you play with 100x. And again, everyone's, you get a little tiny position. Oh, well, if worst case, I could just lose this little bit. You can still get a margin call on some of these exchanges. So it's just, you're playing with fire. Now, of course, Dick Algar thinks, so that's all these guys are doing. They're just cleaning out these, the big guys are cleaning out the traders. So I'm going, no, this is way beyond that. They could care less about those guys. liquidating
Exactly.
their positions. This is the guys at the top waking up going, today's the day. Or they planned it a week ago. Today's the day. And
Yeah.
it's going to drop. And then a side effect is those traders getting wiped out.
Yeah.
But it won't change anything. There'll be more who
No.
come in, the more who play the game. It just won't even matter. But it was just a targeted thing they did, like they always do. It's nothing. I saw nothing new here that made me think, oh, wait a minute. Not at all.
Well, if it's one person dealing with just Bitcoin, then just Bitcoin will drop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you see the whole market do it all simultaneously. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This ain't rigged. That's why I'm saying when you're playing these games, with whatever money you got floating on your head out there, all I want you to do in your mind is just understand somebody else that you can't see is holding a rug underneath your feet. And at any moment when we're out here, understand we're just trying to grab the scraps that they're dropping. That's all we're doing.
And by the way, they're dropping some effing large scraps, man.
Yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I heard that they were in a toy store and the whole thing tipped over and a fucking helicopter fell out.
Oh, hit me in the head. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I like that one. But I think help people to break the greed thing, and it's tough. I mean, it really is if you can just keep going back into your head and understand, I don't give a rat's ass what any chartist or financial guy tells you on paper that this is what it's going to do, because they don't have that person in their back pocket. They all say, well, I got the rumor. Well, I know people. Yeah, right?
Yeah, sure.
Really? Didn't see this one coming, did you? That's why. You know what? Bird in hand is worth two in the bush any day of the week.
That's right. And here's the thing. Back in 2017, we just bought this house with crypto, the down payment anyways. And that was a Veritasium, all that shit. Well, I'm sitting here 3 months later, it's December or so, and everything's rocketing up. But then January is when the altcoins rocketed up, the first 2 weeks of January. So I'm sitting on this dent coin that I paid $2,500 for however many it gave me. And it was one of these fraction of a penny coins. And that damn thing runs up. I told myself if it gets to a penny, I'm out. Well, I'm of course not paying attention at that exact moment, but boom, all of a sudden it's up 3 cents to 3 cents. I go, holy shit. So I'm about to sell the whole thing. I go, oh, wait a minute. I did this before a couple times, and I'm going to leave a little behind, because if I don't, it could still go up higher, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, I'm like, well, I'm just going to sell 25%. Again, I was ready to sell the whole thing at a penny. It's 3 cents. I'm going to sell 25% now. Whatever. It goes to 10 cents. I'm having dinner with my wife and family. It was right around Christmas. What if it was around? We were eating dinner. My uncle was down and everything. But I think it was probably still in January when this happened. So, and she's like, why don't you just sell? It's at 10 cents. How much do you need to pay the house off? I go, 13 cents. Just this coin. I paid $2,500 for this thing. Like, I'm about to buy basically $500,000 house for $2,500, and I'm going to tell that effing story. And well, why don't you just take the 10 cents? That's most of it, right? Yeah. Scrape just a little bit from the other one, just a little bit. I'm like, that's not the $2,500 story, And what happened next?
Really?
What happened next? It drops rapidly with the rest of the market. Everything's tanking. It's down to a penny. I sold the rest of the penny. Now, I did do very well in that coin, obviously, even at a penny. But my point of telling you this, guys, this story is if you're a hodler and I need this coin at this price and I need that coin at that price, and that's when I can make my magic happen. But you're really, really close to it. Oh, it's right there. It's just getting close. It's getting close. Just think of the story he just told you, where there's that invisible man who's got a very tight grip on the carpet you're standing on. And he could pull it at any time. So the longer you wait and hodl, the longer or shorter amount of time left before they pull the rug again at some point. So I understand on the one hand why I need these prices to do my stuff. Like, these are the targets I need to make my life whatever and buy this and that and pay that off. I get it. But on the way up, we've showed you so many times ins and outs, and that's up, it's down. Again, I sold that 6,000 for Shiba. It went to 88. 8,800. I'm like, yeah, I see that. Instead of doing a 2.5 times or whatever it was I made, man, I could have made, 3.5 times. Damn it. But I already knew. I've seen this before. I know how this goes. And what did I end up doing recently? I bought more at 3,200, 3,222, just when this crash happened. So I bought a damn helicopter with profits from taking it from 2,500 to 6,000.
Joe, that sounds messed up.
What about the 100X, Joe? I know, but I'm not going to wait and sit here and do nothing until the 100X shows up. I just can't. So it's hard for me now to be in a mindset where, you leave money on the table. And I'm not talking 10 or 20% on the, I'm going to leave that. No, it's like I more than doubled what I did. Take that effing money off the table right now. So I did it. And once again, the damn thing comes crashing down. So what I do? Buy some more cheap. So that when it goes back up again, even back to where it was, I mean, do the math. Not that I bought all of the side cash at 3,200, but I had some stacked at 3,600. Those filled. 3,200. Those filled. Those were the two of my larger orders. I even had a little bit at 3,800 before that, and then 4,500 before that. But as I got lower, and I go, I'm up the limit on my cash flow here on these two, just in case. Because if I hit that, man, this would be great. And sure as shit, I did. So it's just, you guys always know there's someone that's in control of your life and your finances, and it ain't you in this crypto game and the stock market game.
Right.
So, so different there. Everything's controlled. So again, we're playing roulette. We're playing, gambling, so to speak, when we know there's that invisible guy who can pull that rug and leave your portfolio down for quite a long time, longer than you can stay rational in your mind, thinking, it's going to come back now. So it should have come back by now. Well, it's been 4 months now. It still hasn't come back. I actually dropped a little bit lower. Oh man. Oh no. And then you wait long enough, it comes back. I had to wait 3 freaking years, a little more than that, technically. No, about 3 years, because it was 2018, January, 19, 20, 21. 3 years from my stupid thing of Dentcoin at 10 cents. Sell the effing thing. Sell the whole effing thing and scrape from the rest. I should have done it. And I wouldn't have had to have a mortgage for the last 3 years. How much could I have saved there? Boy, a lot. But I learned lessons. Other people learn lessons. We all learn lessons. So all these lessons that I've learned and my experiences, I share with you guys. So even though I'm telling you, well, you should take your profit off the table, you don't have to. You can hodl. Yeah. You could Bix weird till you're blue in the face until however much time period passes you by, and you get your numbers. But in the meantime, when there's opportunity, and I see that golden train going by me almost daily, whoa, gosh, I want to just scratch a little bit of gold flakes off that if I can. Matter of fact, they're dropping gold flakes as it goes by.
Did you say?
In a helicopter, actually. They dropped a helicopter. It wasn't made of gold, but it was. I was off the golden train.
Are you getting a hit? Gold? I don't know.
I love gold. Yeah. So, anyways, I want to share that, guys, just so you understand. Like, this isn't all just I just wait forever until the number hits, and that's that. Like, there's people manipulating stuff. It's a game being played, but as we watch the game being played, it's like there's opportunities in here, and there's a lot of opportunities during that time period of them playing the game, and I don't have to catch them all, nor do I have to catch the very tops and bottoms of them. I just got to capture some of the decently, and that's what I've done. Again, I sold at 6,000. I didn't sell at 8,000 or 88, but I'm okay with that, because I more than doubled my money and I just scooped up a bunch dirt freaking cheap.
Right.
And now if it goes to 100X, hey, I'm one happy dude.
No, Joe, I'm sorry, but spirits told me you're going to be opening up the cash register quite a few times here.
My right arm's getting tired. I hate pushing it back in.
It's okay.
All right. I guess I'll open it a few more times.
Yeah. But, I want to go back to your Patreon. And it's these types of stories. They're things to learn on, all right, to guide you. And when you get calls, like when I call you up and say, Joe, whoa, okay, you send that out to your people immediately. And it takes really in a matter of minutes, you may, like I said, not only can you possibly change your financial life in many different aspects. You know, for $20 a month, it's like, well, I got $180,000 out there floating around. Fuck him. I'm not going to pay $20.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. And fine. You know, I'm not upset at you.
Wait. Here's another good one. I got 1.7 million out there. I'm not going to touch it because I don't want to pay taxes. Well, then fuck it. Give it all away. Then you don't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do with it? Not pay taxes. So you're not going to take the benefit of that money to straighten things out in your life or your family's life or your kids' life or change other people's change because you don't want to pay it. Pay the freaking tax. Who gives a rat's ass? It's free money to you. Okay. And when you're taking your profits, you know, this is where you got to go. Well, you know, I really wanted to buy that campground. It's a nudist colony up there. I think that would be great for me. But you know what? Can you grab a little off the top and pay your car off? Can you grab a little here?
Right. You enjoy paying extra interest to some effing banker who was at Jeffrey Epstein's island doing his thing. That's where your money's going, people. And then they put it back in the stock market and rig the market and they get destroyed. And we need a bailout. We're going to collapse our companies. Our big banks were too big to fail. And they all got bailed out. So all the pedophile network got bailed out. Well, let me continue doing that and keep paying, you know, these credit cards and mortgages. Now, look, that's the system we live in. We grow up right into it. We don't even know to ask. Oh, is that normal? No, it's not normal. But it is now. So that's, if you want to survive, this is how you have to play this rotten game. But hey guys, Jason Ford in the back corner found a way to get out of the game. I found a way. Just listen to what I have to tell you. You don't have to do everything I do, but just listen to my story here. Boom. And that's it. So don't let your money sit there while, like I did. Well, you know, we have this much money back in 2017 in crypto. It's a nice, flashy, shiny number on my screen until it wasn't. And then I'm like, I'm really not touching it now because I can't even pay the house off now. Even if I wanted to at that time, I'm like, not only would I not have any more crypto left, I don't have enough money to pay the damn thing off.
Right. And you know, there was a lot more pain that Joseph of the Woo went through. He had to listen to Evelyn for 3 years.
Oh, God. Well, you're not going to listen to me about to pay the house off. Oh, my gosh.
But it came back for you. I said, Joe, we're going to give you this, okay? And then you can tell Evelyn. She can't say anything anymore.
They'll give it all back to you. All right, I'll listen. And then Evelyn, you know, bargaining with me to sell cheaper than I told her I might sell at. Like, Evelyn, just no. I said, I didn't even say I would sell it at that price. Anyways, as a matter of fact, it's lower than that price now anyways. Why are you trying? But I don't want to live 2017 all over again. We're right there. You could do it. You could do it. And I'm like, I know, but I gave you some numbers and I'm going to stick by it. And it was like a weekend. It was right at the first of the year. And I'm like, at that time I had to use Caleb and Brown in Australia to do my trade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you're like, yeah, well, he hasn't gotten back to you yet. I go, no, I don't know if they're working there or not. You know, time's different, but you know, maybe the first of the year they're taking off. You know, I go, but damn it, I need to make this happen today. And you go, well, maybe you'll get lucky. And when they call you later, you know, if he calls you later, maybe it'll be up even higher. Sure as shit, it was up higher than the number I wanted. You know, so I was like, F yeah, man, sweet dude. I was like, liquidate immediately, market order right now. All right, you got it. Boom, they liquidated it.
Yeah. Oh, well, I remember that because Spirit said he's going to do it this time. So we're going to reward them. And what are you going to do to him? We're going to give him more. And then it happened. I just laughed. I tried to punch a trade through you. Started panicking. Oh, God, please don't let this happen again. And then it went up. You went, I have even more now. Oh, you put the first step forward. You know, and trusting what Spirit's given.
And believe me, it is tough. Even though I know this, and I've been through it already, to go, I'm going to have to liquidate this right now. I don't want to. It's going to go higher. You know,
I know.
It's tough. But then it's like, okay, I did it. And it's like, I don't have a payment anymore. The biggest payment of your life is your mortgage or rent.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have that anymore. Not only do I not have that, I don't have the other ones, cars and everything else. I bought those the same way. So I'm like, that's great. But at least a car payment, you know, that's a car payment. It's not a effing mortgage, you know? Right. And it's like, I did it. And I was talking to my friend, our friend from Australia the other day, and he was talking, well, he's out of debt too. And he's like, yeah, he's like, it's black magic. He's like, this whole system of debt, it's black magic. So once
It
you
is
break
black
free
magic.
of it, they're not allowed to keep it. It doesn't stay on you. You broke free of the black magic. So
Right.
it's like this burden off your back you didn't even know was there because you were born into
Right.
it. And it's like, I'm a free man, like you're a free man in a sense, in a certain way.
Ooh, you like that? Did you spirit?
Oh, spirit. Hey,
Knock 3 times on the ceiling if you
yeah.
want.
Flash it 3 times this time, spirit.
Oh man.
Just check on little Ian. You see, sound asleep. All right.
Technology. Oh, that's like awesome. Do you ever see orbs on that coming in and going around them?
You just took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Was it last night? I was watching him for a little bit. He was asleep, and I see this like, so well maybe it's a little bug. Yeah. There's little bugs flying around my house. Like I wouldn't see a bug in my house all over the place. I walk in the room, there's no bugs, and I see this orb, and it like breaks into like 3 pieces, and then as soon as it hits the from left to right, as soon as it hits the center of the screen, it just simply disappears. So if it was a bug, it would go somewhere up, down, left, right. It just flashed out, gone. And then I see another one go up, and I go, okay. And I'm like talking to my phone. I'm like, okay, can you do one more? And then one more flies out. I go, all right, thanks. All right, cool. Shut it off.
Well, that's the thing. When you reach that skill, you start talking to them. It's like when I went to my daughter's house, you saw that. And then I started calling them in. Come on in. They were excited to see me. And I only gave you like a 30 seconds.
I think there's bugs in their house, Joe. Yeah, it flew
especially
through
that one that went through my chest.
Yeah, went through in his ass and out of his chest. Yeah, bugs do that all the time.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah.
What was that?
That's called reverse fart.
But you could stop talking. She's got it on film, and I know it's my mother is going in and checking on him. My mother's been passed for quite a long time, and you could see him standing up, and he's talking, and the orb's right here, and he's talking to it, and then he goes and lays down the orb, leaves. You just go, that's beautiful.
Well, remember the blanket that got tugged off the baby or put on or whatever it was. Remember that one?
Oh, that video's gone too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was amazing. Yeah, the little baby, he was really young. He was
pretty newborn at that
like
point.
Weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks old, just laying there. And she got it right on film. He's laying there, he's starting to squawk a little, and then a blanket picks up in the air, tucks him in on camera. Dude, that's like, oh my gosh. It's awesome, though. It's a beautiful thing. When your loved ones come and visit and do that. And I don't know. It could have been a couple of cockroaches, that picked it up and just tucked it in.
Oh, yeah. Those little bastards are strong. Now, the other day, we went to St. Augustine for a couple of days with the family, my family and I. So we went over there.
So awesome.
And we're like, we're going to go to the fort right there, the old Spanish fort. We're going to go. They've got this thing called the Night of Lights. And you just go in this, like the little center of this little town right there in St. Augustine. And, there's a million people at night experiencing it, little trolley rides. And we were there Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday we came home. And so Friday night we decided, we're here now. Let's go experience this thing tonight. We had an Airbnb so close we could walk to it. So we just went over there, got the stroller, Ian and everything. And we're over there and they have these little trolleys, little golf cart looking things. Some of them are like you'd see at Busch Gardens or, one of these amusement parks. They're trucking people, they got the little front end, whatever. So I go to bed that night and I'm like, I have this dream that I'm like where I was kind of watching everything. And I'm seeing these things going down the street. And I see this one that has almost like a full size green locomotive, like older style, back in the day style, like maybe late 1800 style. Yeah. With that little pointy thing in the front, and I'm like, it's pulling some people, and it's at night, and I see this thing go by, and I'm like, oh wow, it's got regular wheels on it, but it's a full size thing. I was like, how cool is that, man? That's awesome. So the next day, they're having a thing at Ripley's, believe it or not. It's got super history, ancient old building, ghost stories, like all this shit, and I'm like. 2 of my kids were like, yeah, Daddy, we want to go. I'm like, all right, let's go. We're gonna do some ghost hunting tonight, kids. So the 3 of us went, and they give you like the tools to do it, and the little EMF reading thing and all that stuff. And they bring you in so first we show up, and at Ripley's is one of the stations where they drive people around to the town. And I see it wasn't green, it was freaking red, smaller than I saw, half the size I saw in my dream, effing locomotive front piece with car wheels on it, pulling people in a damn tram.
Yeah.
So Spirit was like, there's nothing important about that, but Spirit's still like, yeah, we're still talking to you. Check this out.
Yeah.
So tomorrow you get to see it. I see the shit. I go, son of a bitch. I saw that in a dream last night. It was a little different slightly, but I saw effing locomotive pulling people down the street. It obviously looks like a locomotive. It's not really one, but anyway, so we get in there and the lady's talking, giving us the little speech of, in 19 whatever, this guy Ripley came over and he stored this stuff in the museum. Now it's here, it's giving you the whole spiel. And they give us, right off the bat, they give us the EMF thing. So that if they're green
Right.
and they have like a 0.0, if it goes over 1 point something, it turns red. So we're sitting there, and Emily's got one, and my daughter Nicole has one. I don't have one. They only gave us two. So I'm just sitting there, and every time that lady would mention something about a ghost story, or up on the second floor, somebody saw, this thing. Here's a picture of it. She put on the slide projector, like, here, look at that. We don't know what that is. It looks like it has a face. Every time she would say that about something, Emily's goes red, and I'm like,
yeah,
Emily, give me that. So I take it. And Nicole's hasn't moved a blip. I switch them. Right. They're right. We're sitting side by side, and it goes off. It's same story. Happy, more story. Boom! It starts going off. So I was like, Emily, you're called. There's something about you. They're all over you. So one of the things they gave us was a little recorder, or I forget what they call it. It wasn't a recorder. It was the one that scans the radio stations. It keeps going, and it's like out of tune. So you can't
it's
really
like white noises and stuff. Yep.
And then you'd hear like a word or someone say something to you. So we started using that stuff, mainly those two things, and like we're hearing answers to like clear, like, yeah, they just said that.
Yeah.
And then we get to this one place, and like her thing's just steady on red. And there's Nicole right next to her, not turning on. I switch them again. Emily grabs it, boom, it's doing it again. So then I grab it, and then they start doing it for me. I grab one, she grabbed one. Anyways, we think we caught some orb stuff, but I haven't been able to look back at the footage yet. So, anyways, it was just, we saw it like in person, some stuff happening in person. And that was kind of neat.
Yeah, that place, I've gone there once, and as you know, time to time I get to view spirits, and I'm walking around at nighttime. You know how they got those old lights and stuff in St. Augustine, and I'm watching spirits. All these people walking by me, not live, right? I go, this place is freaking awesome, and oh my gosh, they would look at me and smile because they knew I could see them. It was just an amazing thing. When I look back at some of the shit that I've gone through, I probably told you this, but maybe a lot of people, so they might get a laugh about this. Think of me as what was that cartoon with Scooby-Doo? What was the mystery van?
Mystery Machine. Yeah, the Mystery Machine.
Yeah. What's up? This is my life right there, dude. And when I first met Julianne, we were gonna go out to dinner.
Did you pull the mask off her and go, Nancy Pelosi?
Oh man, I'm not sleeping tonight. Thanks, Joe.
Sorry, Julianne, I had to throw that in there.
And so we're going to some place, a mass, and she goes, well, you got to go to Woburn first. I go, what the hell am I going to go to Woburn for? Well, I said, we're going to drop by and see some people. I said, all right. So we pull, she brings me to this place. I've never been there. And she said, this is the place. I look at her, I go, you have more about this. What? I go to her, are you pimping me out? Right? And I'm looking at the bill, I go, this is an old place. I mean, really, really old. So come on. I says, okay. I said, all right. So we go in there, and oh yeah, I was being pimped out. There were 5 people, 5 adults sitting at a table, and Juliet comes in, and she sits down and introduces me to all of them, and they're all looking at me. And then all of a sudden I come in, and I go, oh shit. There's a female spirit right in front of me. I see her. She's all dressed up, looks lovely. So I go right by the table. They're going, where's this guy going? I go, oh, you're bringing me into the power, right? I start dancing. I'm ballroom dancing with the spirit. They're all like, the hell is wrong with this? She's bringing me through the parlor. I'm dancing with her. Then we get done. I go, oh, thank you so much. I go, yeah, this woman, she loves dancing who is here. And they all start laughing. I go, what are you guys laughing at? An old man dancing with a ghost, right? No, the old woman, that oldness going way back, owned a dance studio. And she used to teach dance, right? I go, well, that's a good way to start the day off. And then there's this man sitting at the table. I think at the time, he probably was in his late 40s, I would say. And I look directly at him, Joe. I go, you're the one, huh? And he looks at me like, oh, shit. I said, have they thrown you down the stairs? He goes, yes. I said, are you the one they threw the Bibles at? He goes, yes. I said, the problem is upstairs, isn't it? He goes, yes. I said, no, I had never been there. I said, it's upstairs. It's the first room to the right, isn't it? He goes, we don't go in that room. Right? I go, okay. All these people are watching this. So I turned to Julie and I said, come on, you come upstairs so you can watch this. She goes, no, I'm staying here. I go, Julianne, you're pimping me up. You're not even going to come up and watch. So I go up the stairs with this gentleman and understand he's in his 40s. Okay. And his mom's following behind. And I come up to that room. We're sitting in the doorway right there. And I go, look, they're over in a corner because I could see them. And I said, come here. And I grab them from behind. And I'm trying to, all I wanted to do was stay in the doorway. I wasn't going to make them go in the room. And I handed them my phone to take pictures, right? I said, he goes, no, I'm not going in there. I said, no, man. Just stay here. Take some photographs. Here's the fucking Scooby dude. You ready? So I think he's still there, right? So I go in the room like a fucking moron. They're sitting right in the corner. They're looking at me. I go, I gotcha. Like a fucking idiot. Right? They go flying through me, right? I go, holy shit, right? I look behind me. Nobody's there. The guy took off down the pathway to his, I don't know whose room it was, some big room at the very end. Huge house. Where are you? Where are you? I go down there. I'm down here. The guy's shaking. And I said, I wasn't going to make you go in the room. He's crying. I felt like shit, right? Here I am fucking Scooby doing. Sorry, dude. You know? So
Gotcha.
he gives me my phone back, right? And I said, go, you can go downstairs. And he fucking bolts. Now they're all downstairs. I go, I'm going to teach them a lesson though. So I go back in the room. I says, I know where they're coming out of. The portal's inside this huge. I didn't realize how big it was till I opened up the door. This closet, right? And I mean, it's like the size of a freaking room, right? Nobody goes in there. So I open it up and I go in. I gave him clear warning. Now, see, this is when you start getting a little whacked. You just go, you know who I am. If you touch him again, I'm coming back and I'm going to shut down this door and you'll never come out again. I said, you leave him alone. I'm going to tell you, Joe. I went back downstairs after that. I told him what I did. To this day, now it's over 8 years. He's never been touched again. Never. So you sit back, but how stupid was I? I gotcha.
They ran through you.
Oh my God. That's like,
I gotcha.
that's like Ghost 101. Well, nobody taught me. I didn't know. But the shit that I've gone through with some of these stories that you just, even like Juliet, when I first met her, right? She said, she told Spirit, I really want to meet somebody who's really out there. Well, you met him, and we were moving stuff. She needed some stuff moved out of a storage facility. The storage places that are outside, you have a whole shit ton of them.
Yeah.
And we were in a storm. I mean, a storm from hell, it was really bad. And we get up to the little thing that opens up, punching it. She says, "Oh my God, we can't move anything with this rain." I turned to her. She still doesn't know me a lot, right? And I says, "From raining." She's like, "Oh, this guy's really fucked in the head." I know what she was thinking. Oh, there's no way. I go, "No, really, I can." I said, "Just give me a second here." And then I asked him, "Please stop it so we can get this stuff here." So we're sitting there. The rain stops, right? No rain. We go up the hill. She goes, "This is freaked out." I go, "I know, isn't it?" Wait, these other people are unloading shit and they're all wet. I go, "Well, they got a few minutes here." We get our shit, put it in the vehicle, and I go down the other side. You rope around, and I see the people. I said, "You only got a couple minutes left. Get whatever you need," right? And they're looking at it like, "Who the hell is this guy?" I was like, "A freaking nutcase." You get down the hill, the rain begins, but then it doesn't end there, right? We pull out onto the main road there, Route 28, and all of a sudden her phone rings. Her phone, Joe, not mine. Okay? Her phone. No, she's so damn psychic. She knew. She goes, "It's not for me. It's for you." I said, "It's your phone. How could it be for me?" I go, "Oh." Nothing on it. So it's not like unlisted or anything. There's nothing. The phone's ringing. There's nothing there. So I press it across the speaker. I swear to God, this is what happens. A voice comes across from a distance. "Help me! Help me!" She's freaking out. I hang the fucking phone up. I said, "That wasn't for me, that's for you." But you just tap into something. It's like all these doors open up at the same time. When I read people and talk to them, I said, "Listen, I'm always connected, so I don't have to try to connect. I walk both sides now at the same time." It's a strange, strange thing. And that was after that first death I had, the big one. And so I can't shut it off. And the second that I'm talking to somebody, I don't need a picture. I don't need anything. Okay. They know who I'm talking to. So it's already open. So if a loved one wants to come through or is supposed to, they just do. You don't have to try. But anything that comes through me, all right, is very important from them. Even though you're hearing it out of my lips, it's not from me.
Yeah.
Okay. It's from them. And it's like, some people have a list double the size of Santa Claus. And I said, "Listen, I don't know. You have all this list we're going to go through, that's why I want people to come to me. Get a list of your important stuff." I said, "I don't know how they do it, but my objective is to answer every single thing on that list." And I said, "I don't know how they do it, but they do. It always works out that way. It's the weirdest shit you've ever seen, just crazy stuff." Now, Joe, I know you got some people that really want to ask something.
Oh yeah. There's probably lots of them.
Let some of it rip. Let's have, you know what? This is the time, try to step out of the darkness, laugh, enjoy, and really believe there's a bigger hand involved here. That's why we do laughs all the time. Okay. I'm not religious in any manner per se. Born again, Baptist, baptized, the whole 9 yards. But there's still so much more. All right. The creator is real. I don't like to use the word God for one reason. And that's because so many other beings use that word God, that they were God. and they weren't. Those were little tiny G's. Okay. And that's why I always try to use the word creator being or source, because everything comes from the source. Yeah. And this is way beyond anything you can get out of a book scientifically or to wrap your nut around. Okay. How do you explain it all? You can't. You can't. You know what? You have to just accept it and go, okay, this is really weird shit happening right now. Like the dominoes falling, the roots of everything, the roots of all evil are being exposed everywhere across the road. From a year ago, I said, this is not about America. This is for all the marbles of humanity. I said that. And I said, everything will happen across the whole world. It's not one place. And so it has happened. But this is where you've got to keep that in your heart and do everything you can that's correct. All right. And take your ego out of it and flush it. All right. Send this energy through you out to everybody. You don't have to announce it. Just let it go. Okay. This is what I call unconditional love. Like the Creator has for us. It's unconditional. Literally. When the Creator made this, he broke the freaking mold. Okay.
Is that why dog is in God is spelled backwards? Because a dog will love you no matter what. Like they don't care. They're always waiting for you, filled with love.
That is only if you shave his ass and teach him to walk backwards.
Okay. Just checking.
That takes years of training, Joe.
All right, Charlie, come here. We're testing it out.
Is he puking? No, he's taking a shit. Okay. But, you know, and when you can unconditionally go places and let this divine energy go through you and just send it out to a room, and you don't need to announce anything. You're doing it without ego, and then you're doing it unconditionally. It's just like, I want you to watch something. You see, as I bring my fingers closer together.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody needs to start to work on this. I don't know if you can start to see it. Can you see it? Man, can you see anything happening in between my fingers? Almost like a little energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could start moving it and pulling it back and forth. All right. If everybody out there starts to practice this, you'll actually start seeing the energy in front of you. Okay. And then you pull it and you can start, like right now, I see it going out about 2 or 3 inches, and I can bring it back.
Weird. I can actually see it.
See it? Can you see it?
Like a weird little anomaly. What are you going to call it?
That's right. That's right. All right. And this is the energy that we have. And I want you to think about right now, these energies are coming in because we're going through space. Everything is timed perfectly for what's happening. Some people call it universe. I don't care what you want to call it, because the universe is source. It is the Creator. Okay. It is everything. We come from it. Okay. We were given souls. Okay. And it's a very special thing. A lot of beings don't have it. And these souls have the ability to keep coming back. Okay. It's like trying to eradicate a cockroach. Yeah. No matter what you do, what do you mean? We wiped them out. They're back again. Okay. The Creator being, we're tethered. We're tethered to the Creator. We're part of it. All right. And all these beings and these oligarchs, okay, that are being controlled by them, being promised things that they're really not going to get. All right. It's all about, they don't want this to connect with us, but it's going to happen. Can't stop it. They're being lied to by these other beings that say, no. You go do this now. And you go, oh, let's all go down. Let's take the bus. We'll go see them. Yeah, this is what you guys are gonna do, because we gotta pull this guy out of his position, and we're gonna put you guys over here. If they don't realize that they're all going to be sacrificed in one way or the other, and this is why, if they want any chance at all to make it, they need to come out now before it goes to the next step and turn in those other people.
Yep.
Okay. Because they're not going to get another chance. And as you see these big wheels being pulled out of positions and taken away, taken out of spots, understand you're going to go too. Okay. But listen, we've all made mistakes in our lives. We're all human beings. When you recognize that this is going on and you have an opportunity, you're up there in a certain level that, not like us jabronis down here, that information you can give out can really change things. Okay. And if you do it from your heart, listen, Christ was all about understanding of the forgiveness that the Creator has for us. You just got to be willing to accept it. Okay. But you got to accept it with unconditional love and then pass it out. This is for all humanity. This is not about you keeping your damn job.
Yeah.
Okay. And hiding what you did wrong or getting paid off. You know what I know? One thing that I realize, forever is a long time.
That's right.
Okay. And this is your opportunity. Doesn't matter what you did. Come with a clear heart, you know, and help humanity. This is your chance. Leave a footprint in the sand. It's what it's all about, you know. Let's go to some questions. Or now, be gentle, dude. Okay.
Yeah. We were flirting with 2222 people watching.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Let's go.
I don't know. Did you freeze?
No. There's this coin called XR Doge or something. Have you come across that in any of your readings? Do you have any? Yeah.
You know what?
Did you buy XLM? What?
You're all in good stuff. Nothing for nothing. If you're in Joe's Patreon, you know what coins you should have. Hands down, bottom line. Now, the rest is up to you. Don't be freaking greedy. You know what? Before this really starts going ape shit, all of you out there should start making a list on a paper, okay, with certain numbers. Look at what you need. Some of you people don't need anything. You're all paid off, and that's a beautiful thing. But some of you, little simple things can change your life for a year or 2 years or 3 years out by making a proper move. Kind of like what happened with Joe. Okay, if Joe wasn't so greedy with the dent, like everybody is, he at 5 cents, he would have said, "Screw this shit." You know, does it mean? And I really want to say this too. Does it mean you sell every single thing out of that coin? No, God, no. Take a good profit off of it and still stay in the coin. So if it runs up more, you could take some more. But if it backs off, you're more
at least got something out of it. Yeah.
That, please. I mean, that's so important. And you know what? And the way I say it sounds easy, only because I walk a little different walk. And I know whatever they give me, they give me. And if they take it away, they take it away. They do everything for a reason. But to break the black magic, the bonds, all right, it's a very difficult thing. And I know it is. It's absolutely difficult. But once you've done it once, the second time's easier. Third time's really easy. And then you don't even think about it. You just realize that, oh my God, you know, I could pay this off. Or all of a sudden, in one scoop, you've just paid for all your utilities and fuel for the next year. Gee whiz. You know, that's all huge stuff. Okay. So you don't have to go so grand. Start off simple. and go, you know what? This will pay off one credit card. Maybe it's a $2,000 card. Maybe it's a $5,000. Maybe it's a 500. I don't know. Every one of us is different. That's the thing. You can't tailor what you do to what Joe does. He's in a way different area now, but he was like you, except he did all the right things. And people,
all the right things with plenty of mistakes in there, but still was able to do it.
Right.
I got into some shit coins. I'm not immune from getting into some dumb shit. I remember one stupid coin called Face Coin. Oh, we're gonna compete against Facebook. I thought, well, shit, I'll put into that because
Face
anybody
coin?
that can.
No.
It was complete garbage. Okay. Sorry.
There's so many, you know what? There's so many blue chip coins that I call now that you don't have to look for the next best. Why worry about all that shit when you could just jump in something? Remember that call I gave on Ethereum and then the whole market crashed, right? And I told you and I were playing in it. Then we got out. I said, it's going to 5,000. It's going to go to 5,000. Okay. So anybody who panicked and said, oh no, I lost everything. Well, if you lost everything, because you sold it. Okay. And when you look at the patience that Joe has, whoa, dude, they're all laughing at me. They're saying, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm a fucking moron and this and that. I said, Joe, you just wait. I said, you be that fucking vulture sitting up there. I said, you'll have your day in the sunshine. You watch. And boy, has the worm turned. And go, you know. And people, I'm not Mr. Trader who just goes and trades. I really, listen, what Joe does is way easier than me. He's got his all set up. It gives a blue warning. Buy now. Will Robinson, warning. I don't have anything. I have to go, got to press the button on Coinbase. Oh, that's what I got it for. Okay. I can do it. You guys definitely can do it.
Right. And I've seen there's some people. I could answer a question that I already know we know the answer to.
Yeah, go ahead.
So not everyone, but there's quite a few people about, what is XRP going to move first? Is XLM going to move first or Shiba? And I think we think Shiba's probably going to move.
Shiba
first. Yeah. As far as more percentage, whatever, gain. And then maybe XLM. We never really focus on XRP, but I think it's just lumped in there with the other ones. But I think Shiba's the one.
I honestly believe the XRP and XLM will be like almost instantaneously between them. That's why I get like, and I know it's like two different companies or whatever, but every time I look at them, it's like they're joined at the hip. I don't know why. Okay. Again, I'm not a financial guy in anything. Spirit just shows me things and I try to interpret them to the best of my abilities. And sometimes it's really easier than sometimes it's like, but the movie thing, was Shiba. And then it ended up being, some movie place.
AMC. Yeah. It makes an announcement. They're going to start selling tickets for Shiba. You can buy stuff with Shiba after you said that news came out.
Yeah. That came out like,
a month later, probably.
Weeks. Yeah. But the thing is, to answer that question to that person, I believe, and again, understand, I definitely am not a chartist, that showed that as two movies playing a double feature. And as I grew up, the kids' movie always went first, and it's usually a cartoon. And Shiba was a cartoon. It's an illustration of, I think it's a fox, a cartoon fox or something like that.
Yeah.
And so I said, that's going to run first. All right. So I really believe that we're going to be dealing with some incredible pricings. Now, will XLM be going up in money? Yeah. And same with XRP. We would what just happened was the rug being pulled out. And I did say that on JC's channel.
Yeah.
That came up. Okay. And then it happens the next day. Okay. And you just got to say, okay. All right. Now, take advantage of different things. And you know, with the Shiba profits going in and out like a cash register, when you have enough to take care of an issue, you should take advantage of that and be patient on some of this stuff. Because again, you know, I know the remote viewer, the person said 100x, and I'll go say it again. I hope, I really hope they're right. Okay, because well, I'll be happy. But if we go in and out 10 or 20 times, okay, and make profit on every pullback, and then it does 100x, I can't even comprehend, you know, the financials.
What that equals. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be insane. But if that happens, even kind of, and let's say it does many X return, but XLM and XRP have only done a little bit of a return, a good return, but not nothing like Shiba has done, you can still take some of that profit from Shiba and go, I'm going to now buy into XLM and XRP because it's the equivalent of those doing some multiples because this one did. And I'm using that money to buy them at their current price, even though their current price is higher than it was, say, a month or two ago. Doesn't matter if this one coin made you many multiples and those only made you one or two multiples. So it's like, oh, well, yeah, but XRP is $1.20 now. Oh, so what? Shiba went up, 8 times. Oh, okay. Grab, that's the equivalent of, XRP back down at, 20 or 30 cents or whatever. Yeah. So that's another way you guys could look at this to capitalize on some of those coins you want, but may end up rising with Shiba and other coins while this happens. And if it plays that way, I absolutely will be one of the first people to go, yeah, hey guys, Patreon, that Shiba profit we just got, I'm going into XLM and XRP, even though they're up today 20%. I don't care. I'm going to get what I want out of them now because I'll take that profit and do it.
Yeah. And again, your Cardano 88, that's going to go up. Polkadot, that's going to go up. I mean, there's just so many different things. But again, I'm all about reinvesting, but I'm also all about that depending on how your financial situation is. If there's something you can take care of that can make a difference for you over the next 12 months or something, well, you should do that. You really should. And it doesn't have to be monstrous, but if it can make a difference, that, my friend, is licking the ice cream. And if you don't have to, well, then you can move things around and take advantage. But to that person, I really believe that our ins and outs and jumps with Shiba, well, it already started first. Anybody who took that call that I gave you, if they all did that, and I know a lot of your Patreon people have called me or sent me text that they were so happy that they followed your advice on that, Joe. And they said, and we licked the ice cream. And actually today, I got a text from somebody that said they wanted to thank me so much and to thank you, Joe, because of what you did with the Shiba, that they paid their house off with it.
Nice.
On that one move.
Nice.
Let me ask you, wait. It's a commercial. Was it worth $20? I bet it was.
Yeah. Again, that one piece of information bought me a helicopter with the profit alone. And it wasn't all the profit. It was a quarter of the profit. I only needed 50%. Go up 50%. I'll take half of this and buy this thing. No, we don't want you to lose that much Shiba, Joe. We're going to give you over 100% profit so you can take like a quarter of it and do it. Oh, shit. Thanks, man. So I can play with the other quarter and get back in on the dip? Yeah. Okay. And I did. So, just imagine and it's like months have gone by. You've gotten nothing. I've gotten nothing. And I'm just posting a little bit here and there on Patreon, but it's like, it is what it is. And I'm not going to post stuff and take up more space or for you to read something that's you could have found online yourself, some news story about Dogecoin. So I'm not doing that. When I get information, I'm going to put it in there. That's it. Oh, I'm making a move today. Why am I making a move? Here's why I'm doing it. Boom. And I put it in there. Oh my God, Woo-Doo called. And I know there's some heavy hitters on my Patreon where the same as me, where they go, we don't need to wait for that. What did he say? Okay, I'm going to go in there right now and scrape this big chunk off and go into that damn coin. I got people telling me they did that. So maybe the person who paid their house off may have already told me, but they didn't say they paid their house off. But I know some people turned some pretty big numbers on that one move.
And again, see, this is the thing. it's not like I have a YouTube channel, and no, I don't want one. When I get stuff like that, and I got Dunkin' Donuts should be paying me for this shit. Okay. I'm going down get my Dunkaccino, and then they told me to call Joe and say, you've done more than double your money. I didn't know I had no idea, and I said, they told me you're trying to buy something. What the hell are you buying? And he checked his numbers and says, holy shit. And he did. He bought it.
Because last time I checked, it was up 38%. And I was like, hell, damn, I'm almost to 50%. That's cool. Like, man. But I didn't check that morning. I talked to you and I'm like, well, I haven't even looked. Let me just go look while we're talking. Oh my God, it is over 100%. I said, they're telling me it doubled. I go, well, shit, that'd be kind of cool. Let me look. Holy shit. Yeah. I go, well, actually, no, it's more than doubled. 5,000 would be doubling. It went to 6,000. I go, shit, man. I'm like, wow. And I'm like, oh, by the way, let me tell you this story. I was looking at this helicopter and, I was going to do the deal, and I'm looking at all the different crypto I can scrape a little bit from the bank account to like try to make this happen. And I'm going, and then you called with the Shiba thing. And I just started talking to Spirit. I go, well, Spirit, I don't know, but maybe if we can hold off a week somehow and not close on this thing next Tuesday, or by God, if by Tuesday this thing goes up enough, that would be great. And I think it actually went up to still do it on that first Tuesday, the deal. But he canceled and goes, no, I can't. He's a real busy guy. He goes, can we do it next week? And I'm like, well, yeah, sure. Because I'm like, well, I've already got my profit. I already scraped it. It's not going anywhere. It's in stable coin. It's not going anywhere. Right. So I told him, you need to take some crypto as payment because you've got to get into this. He's like, well, my friend at work, IT, he's been telling me for so damn long, and I'm watching all these numbers showing me, and I think I'm going to. He goes, but I got another helicopter that's an Augusta 109. He goes, and it needs a damn fuel valve. It's a maintenance item that you have to replace every, certain hours or whatever. And it's time. He goes, and that thing's like $40,000. I'm like, damn. Dude. And it's not one of these things like, a fuel filter. Oh, it's clogged up. Time to change it. It's like,
don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 hours. That's the life of it. You have to replace it. FAA says so, even if it's great. Nope. So that's the other world in airplanes and helicopters. Everything components have times that you have to replace it at this time. Sorry about your luck. So anyways, he's like, yeah, I do need some cash for that. So I go, all right. But anyways, he did take some crypto and got him started. Now, of course, I give him the warning. I go, everybody I've always told who's not in crypto yet, you're going to take crypto. Should I buy now? Should I wait for a crash? And I go, I tell you, like I tell everybody, you don't have any now. The smart thing would be to at least have some skin in the game. But I said, every time I tell somebody that, to date, it always goes back down below whatever price it is that I'm telling them that story. I was like, but sound advice would be, you're not even in the market at all. You got to start, man. Like, you got to have something. So, but he's like, well, my wife's already in it a little bit. So that night when you gave me the call, a day later, I think, I'm meeting him to just give him the down payment. And then that next Tuesday, which it was like Saturday night, it was Saturday night. Tuesday was when we were going to meet up. So he's like, oh, I'm out in Brandon. I'm like, well, I'm out here. Let's meet up. I had the cash with me. And, because we were talking about maybe doing it. So I'm talking to him and here's the money. And I'm like, tell him about the crypto. So I go, well, my wife, she's here. Hey, here's my wife. She's like, yeah, I'm into some coins. I go, get into Shiba. It's on Coinbase. Yeah, I got the Coinbase app. Okay. Go buy some Shiba, maybe some XLM, but if you're going to do both, put more in Shiba. I got this guy I know is like a psychic. He's a long story, but he's giving me some good advice. You need to get some Shiba. So the next day it was up something. The next day it was up. That's when I saw it was like 38%. And then you call me and it already went to over 100%. And I'm like, oh my God. And I think it was maybe that Tuesday, whatever. I was trying to ask Spirit, can you just postpone this a little bit so I can get that profit? That 50% is all I wanted. And I'm like, it's at 38. It's about to happen. And then boom. No, here's 100%. Over 100. Oh, well, shit. Thanks, Spirit. Because now I can go play the game with the profits. Again, last time I have to dig into my bank account and play this, I don't even know. Like I'm just playing with house money now, basically.
Yeah.
But like everybody else, I started with hundreds. It got into thousands, and then it's gotten bigger. So you got to start somewhere. But and here's the thing: when you turn hundreds into a few thousand, and then you hit, you put it, let's say 3,000 or 4,000, you got 3 or 4 coins, you put 1,000 in each, and all of a sudden that one does the Shiba, and holy shit, it's up 15 times when I've got $15,000. And those other ones are up a little bit too. It's actually not bad, but it ain't up 15 times. You scrape your $1,000 back out of there if you want, put it into something else or do whatever you want with it. Now you got 15 or 14K left to say, oh, well, now what do I do? Well, Joe's Woo Dude guy said something about this XRP banker thing. I might throw some into that and see what happens. Okay, well, you got 14,000 to play with now. And it's literally house money. So then, and if that hits, oh my God, I've got $500,000. Holy shit. Well, I don't want to just waste it all. So, okay, let me cut that up a little bit. Then I'm not telling you all of a sudden, we'll put 200,000 of that coin, put 100,000 of that. I'm not telling anyone to do that, but I will tell you, I know people who have done that. Myself included.
I know people that are doing that too.
I've done it, but it may not be the best thing to do when you have that kind of money. Pull it out and use it, obviously, if you need to use it. But what you don't need to use, throw it into some, make another trade plan. And again, these aren't always going to go perfectly. But in a bull market, which we have been in, it's hard to lose in a bull market. It's just a matter of finding that one that did the 15x as opposed to 2 or 3x, or God forbid Shiba does 100x here. It's just
every time you double your money, think about it. Always be taking stuff out as you're going up. So when the rug is pulled, it's all right. You look, you got more off to the side than what you started with. And just learn to play that game, understanding that all we're trying to do is grab the scraps, but the scraps can really fill you up. All
That's right. Now, like I said, these are like gold encrusted, ruby encrusted scraps.
Yeah. And, some of like I said, I'm a polywog swimming around in an ocean of sharks and whales. I am nothing playing with what I'm doing. And the people that are on Joe's Patreon, okay, believe you me, they tell me. And it's like, you talk about stressful woo, dude. I'm going, holy shit. Yeah, I put 2.5 million on this one. And, oh my God. Oh no, whoa, dude. I just made 7 million. Thank you, man. Oh, all right. Oh, my fucking heart can't take this shit.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But they're doing it. And God bless them. Balls the size of planets, but it's all relative. I started off with $3,000. Then it's exactly what you said. Then all of a sudden you make a correct move here, and then you got 5 times as much, and then you spread that out. Now you got this hitting, that hitting, this hitting, but you're remembering to taking some for yourself every time you do that. Don't put everything all back up on a table on different things. Spread it out, but you take your money too, all right, to take care of whatever issues you may have at your home. And understand, every person is different. Every person has different needs. So whatever your need is, okay, and not to get caught up in the greed. It's tough.
Right. And some of you guys are asking for time frames of this coin and that coin. And honestly, time frames are just, it's hard to really get that, especially in the psychic world. But I do say this, I know all these psychics, many of them have given good calls, going back to starting with White Dove when I was first psychic I think I ever had on my channel. I think it was White Dove back in 2018, if I recall. I think it was her. And she gave us theta and was like, okay, we had to wait 3 years. She didn't have a real time frame other than it's probably be a few years at least, in the big numbers, even more than that. But finally it hit. So I got used to all these people I've known, Sharon Michelle, Penny Kelly, like just a bunch of people. And sometimes they'd be like, oh yeah, I think I saw this. I think it's this time frame. And I would see it go, oh, okay. Most of the time, the time frame would kind of come and go, and then finally it would hit. But when Woo would call me and say, not a gut feeling, but like, Spirit just gave me this shit this morning. I'm telling you right now. They said something about Digibite, the horse out of the blue, 4:00 today.
Oh, that was a good one.
Literally, just like that. And I'm like driving.
Yeah.
All right, as soon as I stop, I'm posting this shit because it'll be about an hour until 4. In case this thing jumps up, I want to tell my people on Patreon. I stop and drop my kids off at the homeschool resource center. Boom. Post it, get home. It's 4:00. Everything runs up 38, 39%. So when he gives me something, that's what I'm like. When he called about Shiba the other day, I can tell from his story what he saw. They're telling us get ready soon. They didn't say next week. They didn't say 4 o'clock today. They didn't do any of that. It was just like, okay, they haven't said shit in months, and they're saying, okay, I'm getting some damn Shiba, and I'm gonna load up on Shiba because I know what this is about to happen. If he's telling me this now, all I need to know is fairly soon this is gonna happen, and it did. It happened really soon, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, the next
So
day.
the next huge run up, he didn't get that. They didn't show him anything. I don't have anything. It's hard to say, but I do think safe to say that December would be a December to remember, I think, for more than a few reasons.
Didn't I say when we first started this show that I went shopping?
Yeah.
And didn't I say that I had to actually go into my bank account to buy some more Shiba?
Yeah. Why would you do that?
Wait. Shit. Oh, I have no bread. I'm still leaving breadcrumbs.
Right.
But again, it's it is what it is. But again, you turn around, you tell your Patreon people, here you go. What you do with it is up to you. And that's our best connection when understand Spirit's trying to give it to all of you. Okay. I'm not charging for this stuff. I'm not doing anything. It's like Joe, they wanted me to connect with him because spiritually, Joe's one of us, and he really wants to give from his heart to everybody who's out there. His stories should benefit you in a way. Jesus, I'm so pissed that all those videos are gone, even your old ones.
Yeah.
When you lived in Jabroni Village and everything. Okay. And all got to see your whole life change, okay, as these things happen. Just an average dude. Okay. And that's Spirit needed to work with you and knew that you were true of heart and you would really take this instead of just keeping it for yourself, that you would give it to everybody. And that's what you're doing. Okay. And that's the step of faith, unconditional love. Instead of, no, I don't want you to become a millionaire because then you'll be like me. You're just the opposite.
You got more money than I do. You'll make more than me. I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah.
I have a friend that lives here in Florida that has made so much effing money on crypto and gotten all the coins I've talked about too, but put way more in than I could because I couldn't afford to put in like he could. And now he's sitting very, very pretty, on his stack. And I'm happy for him. I don't care that I don't have the kind of wealth he has. So what?
Yeah. Don't measure yourself against another person or what they have. What do you have? Right. What are you doing for you? And then what are you doing for other people? It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful stories. And you get a lot of them. Do you see anything else you want to?
No, I mean, there's so many different questions. I mean, people are asking the craziest questions of shit that I'm like, I'm not going to ask that. Like,
okay.
It's just stuff. It's like it floods the whole screen. I'm like, I can't even read it. I can't even keep up with
they gotta understand. You might be trying to direct it to me. I have my iPad sideways. Okay. So I can't see anything.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody that's out there, please understand that I don't see anything except for Joe's cute little face inside his closet.
Yeah. And when I read, I'm like, oh, hey, they want to ask this, Do you have any more thought? I'll just end with one more. Do you have any more thoughts on silver? Again, I feel like we keep saying the same thing, but
people like to have reassurance. All right. Listen, I'm sitting on a lot of silver coins. Okay.
And you didn't find it in a cave with me in New Mexico. Let's be clear on that, right?
No,
not yet.
I had to go down to a coin dealer when I bought mine. And I've been very patient. I've had it over 8 years and 9 years now, but they told me what was going to happen to it. And I haven't changed anything. On top of it, Cliff High has validated that shit. Okay. I saw the first level at 10,000. That's what I saw. It's right on. I think he said 500 coins.
For a stack of coins, 20 coins.
For a stack of coins. Yeah. And then the next one, I saw 30,000. And then the last one was 50 grand. But they told me we couldn't own it at that time, that for whatever reason, silver is going to be used for something for humanity, and we would have to trade it in. But again, and when Spirit had told me and showed me what we were all going to call, they call it the all-in. Everything that you could think of is going to happen. And they said that we were going to need to have cash, okay, that we will need silver and we will need cryptocurrencies
at different
to go
times,
through
right? Yeah.
this transition, okay? All right, that's not just to get to the end. That's this turmoil that we're going to go through, these waves of, I'll call them waves of energy, okay? And so with all the roots that are going to be coming up, okay, from the tree of evil and exposing everything, understand these are going to create other problems, okay? From the pricing of products that we're all watching is just like absurd, okay? So if you have the cryptos or something else that can help you through these things, that's the key. We're all trying to make it through and get to the light at the end of this tunnel that we've all been walking, all right? And to stay positive, knowing that there really is a light at the end of this tunnel, all right? And don't be running in darkness, okay? Walk. Be very, very smart, all right? And pay attention to everything. Yeah, but keep hope in your heart. I do.
That's it. All right. On that note, I think we've been chatting for almost 2 hours. Actually, it's a pretty long time.
Get up! Oh my God, it's a time warp again. Holy
I know.
shit! Joe.
I think we got missing time or something. All right. Well, I'll let you get going and we'll chat again.
Okay. Hey, did it stop at 222? I'm just curious.
I don't even see the time. Yeah, I'll have to watch.
I don't even know what time it is. Oh,
Talk to you
no.
later.
No.
What?
Wait. Look, you've got to be shitting me.
What's it say? I can't see it.
Look at the thing.
Oh, it kicked you off. It
You got to be shitting me. Joe.
the video's gone. I think you have to turn it back on. Ask to start video. You there? Help, we lost them. Nope. Oh, he's on the phone. Hang on. Well, I guess I lost you. Yeah. Yep. What was it? The number 4. Yeah, so what he said, everybody, is that there's a credit card machine he uses, and he looked at it, and one of the numbers that was sitting on the screen was 2222. Oh, you can't make this up. All right, well.